Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello farmers, welcome back to Ravenport. I'm getting ready to do a transport job, and that's what I wanted to see. There's 2 pallets here. Alright, so I'm going to go back to the shop, and I think I'm going to buy the cheap trailer, which I believe I can load 2 pallets in, because I got to take it all the way up to the north end of the map. So I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode, which just came out like a couple hours ago. So we'll see how this one goes. We're going to start we're going to buy more equipment, spend some more cash. I don't know how that road sign got knocked down. I noticed that was knocked down. I did not do that. Honestly. The way my driving is, honestly, I did not do that. Also, I noticed when I start the game, in order for my pedals to work, I gotta hit the brake pedal first, which is my reverse, before my accelerator works. Which I find that interesting. I'm hoping this trailer here can fit 2 pallets in there. Capacity 4, capacity 8. No, we're just gonna be putting pallets in the back of this. Teleborg. Oh, I want to do the Michelins, but Lizard, Teleborg. How come there's no additional money for the Teleborg? But the Michelin's an extra 1,000. I will go with the bigger wheels because I'm going to be putting more weight back there. And it's free of charge. Also, while we're here, no, that's not what I want. Weeders right here. For now, I want to buy this one here. Weeders pull out small grown weeds between crops, improving the field's state. They can only be used in the first growth stage of crops. We will need this. It's better than using a herbicide. I thought about, going up and getting a bigger one. Our fields really aren't that big right now, and really to spend an extra 20 grand right now, I can find better ways to spend 20 grand. As if you saw my Pacific Northwest series, I can spend cash. And really this, okay, hit the enter button. This should do just fine. But I'm curious to see. I'm hoping this trailer doesn't come back to haunt me. Oh, go for it. Wait, where is it? There we go. I'm hoping that can fit 2 pallets back there. I'm hoping. We're about to find out. This transport job is going to take us all the way to the north end of the map. It's a good way to see some of the map. You can kind of see the red dot on the mini-map. But I did find out one thing. When I took the transport job, I went to hit the escape key to get to the bigger part of the map. And I couldn't find the dots. You have to scroll in kind of far to see them on that map as well. Can I lower the sides on this one? Set camera, set tool. Detach, stop engine. Well, let's see how much of a fail this is going to be. But like I was saying, if you come to the map, see I'm scrolled out that far. You cannot see the yellow dot. And we're coming up here. You cannot see the red dot. You got to scroll in about that far before you can see where you're going. But if you pop up the mini-map as you're driving around, then not much of an issue. I got to get rid of that info HUD because it blinks too much. The other thing I've been trying to figure out, and I just noticed it as I started recording, where the clock is in the upper right hand corner. You can see where it says 10 to 26, and you can see I'm at 1 time the speed. There's an arrow to the left of that keeps changing directions, and I do not know what that is for. And now we're going to see my ultimate fail because I cannot load pallets worth a darn. I'm not totally terrible at it. Are you telling me this pallet fork won't fit in there? There we go. Now the question is, now this may not be pretty, But it's better than making a couple trips up. And can I do this? Slide out, please. Sweet. So it should be able to fit 2. Plus this would be a good trailer for when we get our chickens. I also noticed before I started recording this, okay, I got to buy an animal trailer for the chickens. Well, guess what? None of the trailers accept chickens. I don't know what's in this pallet box, but hopefully it's nothing too important because the way I'm carrying it around, they would be fully impressed with me right now. Look at my skills. And of course now I just realized to get it in here might be just a little bit tricky. Slide off. Okay, that's my first time doing pallets on 19, and I will say they don't seem to stick as much, or either I just have gotten a little bit better. Let's zoom in here. I'm pretty sure you've seen this before, but the hoses will attach to the back of the Massey Ferguson, which is also nice. But I said it before in the first episode, watching the game on YouTube, if you don't have FS19, I'll have to tell you, it's a lot better playing the game. The graphics are a lot better than what you see on YouTube. Now my graphics card is getting a little bit on the old side. I have a 980 Ti, and I'm playing this on the highest resolution possible, which is possible in a 980 Ti. It is pushing my graphics card a little bit to the limit though. So yeah, at some point, I thought about getting the 2080, but man, prices are steep. But the graphics are beautiful. I will say, I noticed that much. Look at the sign above the road, Goldcrest Valley. Oh, that's good. And for those who don't know why I'm laughing, that is the original base map for Farming Simulator 17. So we are getting paid like 1,000 something for this quote-unquote mission. I'm waiting to see that arrow change upper right hand corner, but it hasn't changed. I don't know what it's supposed to be pointing at, but it does change directions. I've seen it point up. I've seen it point like in the 8 o'clock position. Now see, there it goes. Now look at the arrow. It just changed to a different direction. I do not know. I don't. Yeah, if you missed it, go back in the video just a couple of seconds. You'll see it. It flipped down to a different direction. I do not know what that is. See, there it goes again. I don't know what that arrow does. What is it? What is it for? What is it for? So now we're down below 200 grand, which is fine because we can always borrow money from Bill at the bank. Yeah, he came over from Pacific Northwest as well. I do want to buy that field that's right next to our quote-unquote farm, but right now it's got potatoes in it, so I'm going to wait until they plant something better in there, then I'll buy it. Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out where we are going. But there's a couple harvest missions right now that pay very well, but I would have to lease equipment to do those. I'm not going to, yeah, those fields are huge, and I'm not going to do it with the combine that we have. Can I have cut up that field, or where are we going here? I guess we'll go up and cut down the road like we're supposed to. But this little trailer would be good for doing transport jobs, which I remember when I was doing it in 15, I did these jobs at the beginning just to earn money. And then as I progressed on Bjornholm, or was it Bjornholm? Well, whatever it was. Yeah, after you progress further, after a while you look at transport missions and go, oh, it's only like $1,000. It's only $2,000. You don't care anymore. Well, it's kind of true with every map that you play on. You do a lot of jobs, and after your own farm starts creating a lot of money, you really don't do missions or now contracts as much. But in the early stages, it does let you allow to use new equipment in the game that you can't afford or like to try. Now I just realized when I get up here, I think I'm gonna have to unload these. But we do have a tipper trailer, so maybe I can just. There's another road sign that's down. That's interesting. Why are the road signs knocked down for? I haven't been up here. We can already see the status on our tractor. I probably used like 5% of the wrench. So it's probably down to 95%. We do need to buy the workshop so I can repair these. Because as you get more wear on your vehicles, you're going to use more fuel. Because the engine starts to suck a little bit more. Interesting little place that we're going to. Now I'm sure I just can't drive over and it's going to say thank you very much for the packages. I'm pretty sure this is not going to work. So I can't tip it. I can't auto unload. Like control I. You don't have access to this land. Oh, you can't use a tipper if you don't have access to the land. I gotta get these out of here. Oh, this is not gonna be good. This is gonna hurt. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Alright, where there's a will, there's a way, right? Right? Okay, that didn't quite work out like I wanted it to. This is where I should be playing elevator music and, hey, there's one. As long as no one's looking out any of these windows, we're fine. We're fine. Alright, I am curious here. Can I thought these would unhitch. I think I'm thinking about a modded trailer I used in 17, so it could be my problem. I mean, I got a lot of problems. We all know that, but move the trailer a little bit. Alright, back up quickly before it lands back in the trailer. Alright, so not a problem. I don't know what the problem is there. Yeah. Now I just got to get this one that's kind of... You're not going to let me drive up on your luscious property? Nope. Depth perception problems? Much? Get a little bit forward. Just stick that in there and then drive backwards like one would. No, I don't want to... Farming at its finest. I could just easily flip the crate over, you know, get it back up right and get it in here, but, you know. At least get it upright so it looks good when they come outside. Transport finished. Oh, that's right. So in order, yeah, I gotta remember now. In order to get that, you have to come in here where it says completed. All right. So yeah, we got $1,100 for that, which is not bad. And get rid of that F1 HUD because it just sits there and flash. But in order to go back to the farm, I think we'll go the other way around the map. That way it gives everyone kind of an idea what the map sort of looks like, kind of. Although we're not in the fastest of tractors, but we'll get to go around. I do have some equipment at the sales shop, but that can stay there for now. We don't quite need it as yet. And here we are, home sweet home. We'll drop that off. Turn the engine off. The other thing I also noticed in between recordings, this field up here is 100% fertilized. Sort of. So if you remember when I did the artificial fertilizing spraying, I did we thought we did the whole field because it's 100%. You get down here, this is the edge of the field I didn't do. Now look what it says, 66% fertilized. So you're not looking, when you get the field info, you're not getting the full field info, if that makes sense. So it says 100% fertilized, that's where I'm standing. Here, at the edge of the field, 50%, because I did not bring the artificial fertilizer all the way down here. 98, 92%, 91, 74%. Yeah, it's a little weird that way. It'll take some getting used to. I realize I can go to the farm stat page and probably see that I didn't get the full field. But right now what I need to do is we need to get into our combine harvester. We just need to move this somewhere. We'll get to use that hopefully this episode. But right now, I gotta spend some more cash. So we go to placeables, silos. So I wanted to get this silo here, because I do like the looks of the silo, but this is only an extension to add on to these. We're gonna have to get the cheapest one possible first, which is this guy right here. I would like to get the bigger one. I mean, this does hold 100,000 liters. I assume it's like the original series where it holds up to 100,000 liters of every crop. If I click on oh, okay. I wanted to click on details, but that's fine. I could actually put it here. Oh, you know what I didn't do? All right, F1. That's important. That's important. Silos. Yeah, so ground deformation. Oop. Thought I saw 110. If I go up or down with it? Ooh, whoa, no, the price goes up. 130. You know, it's really cheap there. That's where it's going to go. Oh, it's bigger than I thought it was. All right. Yikes. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so also, it's not sheds. Miscellaneous. Vehicle workshop. Yeah, construction. I forgot, how much did it cost? 28. Okay, so the base is 28. I'm just trying to see how it goes. Yeah, because, okay, we don't want to do it that way because it's interfering with the silo a little bit. So if I rotate it like this, okay, 38. $37, $36, $35. Seems flatter if I come out here. That's $34. Ugh. Just spending money everywhere where I probably shouldn't be spending money. It's $10,000 more than what it cost. I don't own no land out there. But you know what? We don't... I think I'll hold off on that for now. Just because we don't need it at the very moment. At least we do have a silo. I didn't deform the ground that much, so yeah, that's why it only costs an extra 1,000. But I need some place to store the wheat for the chickens of the future. The chickens of the future. Yeah. But unfortunately right now I got this crop right here, which we're going to plow in. And we're going to, after we harvest this doesn't need plowing, but we're going to create a field. We'll just have one big field and we'll plow the whole thing along with that. But for now, I'm going to just check up on a couple things and I'll bring it back in a brief second. Alright, I was looking at a few things. You know, we got this nice big flat spot here, so I was thinking, okay, do I have room to put any other kind of like pastures for sheep, pigs, or cows? The answer is no. The sheep pasture would actually, if I even try to hug it up against that chicken coop, I mean, it comes way out to this field here. I don't want to put my cows here, just that because the cows require, like, you know, like grass, and yeah, we're not anywhere near where we're going to have a grass field or anything like that, and we're a long ways away from having cows and sheep. So the one thing that we can do, and we do kind of need here, is we're going to go to sheds. And look at this. So it costs 9,000. And if I rotate it this way, I want to make sure it's nice and square. There we go. Something like that. Nope, wrong way. That's good. So look at that. Place it right here, 9,233. And we done it. We have a shed to put our stuff in. It doesn't really interfere with our chicken coop too much. This is where our eggs will spawn. This is where we buy our chickens. And also, I think I said before, I did come in here. I went to animal transports. So, obviously, this is for horses. And all these, all they do is take pigs, cows, and sheep. So I did was I have another game, that if you saw episode 1, when I first started the game, to make sure my controls work, I kind of started a map. I didn't do anything. I just made sure my controls work. So I went back on there, cheated some money in, and I took one of these trailers to the animal place. And yeah, I couldn't buy. You can't buy chickens at the animal place. I even checked the info page here. Where's the info page? I went down to like chickens. Yeah, so the only place, but you come in here, it says a transportation fee is applied if you do not transport the animals with your own animal trailer. Well, we don't have one in the game, so I'm a little confused on that. So that is fine. Yeah, but I'm not going to buy chickens because we don't quite have the feed just yet. But hey, we got our first shed here. No lights on it, but that's fine. But let's start putting it to use because our equipment's kind of just out and about everywhere. The first thing I want to get put away is the combine. Let's get rid of the F1 status page. Now, I don't know if we'll be harvesting our own fields in this episode, but what I'm going to be doing between episodes 2 and 3, I'm going to be doing some jobs. For sure. To help us get some money. Is this going to fit in here with the header on? It will. Now, I don't want to put my farmhouse here yet. One, I'm running out of land, so that's going to be kind of difficult. Let's see, what do we got here? This is the spreader. Now it's hooked, I think. Yes. But let me get working on putting some of this stuff away. And I'll bring it back in a second. I'm just starting to notice all of our equipment's like red. That wasn't intentional. I just noticed that. But anyways, let me get all this stuff put away. Kind of. And I'll see you again in a short while. As my wonderful backing up skills, because I wasn't paying attention. Well, there we have it. Most of our stuff is in the shed. I know we still got some stuff still left at the shop. I figured I'd park the trailer there. Yeah, it's out in the elements, but that's where it's going to have to go. But everything is pretty much underneath the shelter for now. I do have the baler and the weeder there, but I can probably park the weeder like right in front of the sprayer. Or spreader, that's a spreader, that's a sprayer. And the baler might be able to fit back in there as it is. And that's pretty much everything. But also in the meantime, our crops are starting to grow, our wheat. Once we get wheat, we'll probably get some chickens. The one thing that'll be interesting to see, that the chickens do reproduce. I mean, you could do it in 17 if you had the chicken mod, they would reproduce. I don't know. Let me just show you. If you go in here, you can buy a rooster. Now, roosters don't lay eggs, so I'm trying to think, if you have more roosters, does the reproduction go up? We will look into that once we get some wheat. But for now, let me see if I can find a transport job. Not a transport job. Harvesting. If I see 15,000, I know it's a big field. Field 11. How big is that? Is a big field. And we would have to use his equipment because I don't have nothing that big. See, this is stuff I may do off cam just to get the extra cash. I'm not going to cheat in money. I'm actually going to try to... Oh, I don't have a cultivator. Fertilizing. Well, I do have the spreader. Fertilize field 13 with any type of fertilizer. Field 13. We might do that. Well, that's fine. I had to go right past the shop. We can fill it up, and then we can do 13. Is that O? It is O. Yeah, let's go. Let me slow down time because it's going to be 5 o'clock. I don't want to get it too late in the day. How's the sky doing? It says cloudy, and it is cloudy. One of these days we'll see rain, but let me get this all hooked up, I'll bring the spreader with us. We'll buy some artificial fertilizer and see what's up. Alright, so solid fertilizer bag. Here we go. Yes. Thank you. Now before I do anything, how close do I have to get? I don't think I'm close enough yet. There we go. Close enough to the bag now. Alright, so this is what I was curious about before I bought more bags. Let me back up because another bag is going to be... You can actually unload these just like you can with the herbicide and liquid fertilizer, which is good. Well, let's go back into the shop. Big bags. Solid fertilizer. 1, 2. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough, but you know what? We will give it a try. I actually only got 2,000 in here. I don't... We shall see. We shall see. But I do want to use this spreader here, so... What field am I going to? 13. Okay, so if I leave out right on the left-hand side of the shop, come out, go across, go up and around that way. Turn that HUD off because it drives me nuts when it blinks. So we do have 3,000 liters, so we'll see what this does. The best part is... Oh, do I have row crop? I got row crop tires on that, but not on the case. But looks like it's in, is that in the first stage of fertilization? Row? No crop destruction. Okay. All right. So I don't want to unload. Unfold fertilizer spreader. Oh, that spreads wide. Holy smokes. Alright, let's turn that HUD off. That's some good coverage right there. Very good coverage. Let me turn the map off as well. It's too bad that mini map that you can't put it on like where it shows you fertilization stage so you can kind of see where you've been. But actually this is turning the soil, I think, dark enough for me to see it. We'll see when we turn around. But I'm zoomed out as far as I can. Well, actually, no, I can go a little further. It takes a second for it to turn off. Yeah, you can kind of see you don't have access to this. Oh, okay, I wasn't close enough. Alright. Yeah, you can kind of see where I've been. It doesn't seem as prominent as it was in previous versions of Farming Simulator. Yeah, I'm overlapping quite a bit here. But I did pay a lot for this fertilizer. But let's get to fertilizing this field. There, it's done. Usually I would do the whole field, but since I don't really get reimbursed because this is my stuff that I'm using, I don't want to waste it on there. Contract results. Look at that. 9,600. That was sweet. That pretty much paid for our shed that we just bought too. Cultivating jobs. I didn't know there's this pure cultivate. We don't have a cultivator. Which, you know, 962. Just for curiosity, how much do cultivators go for? All right, so the lowest one is $7,000. But I think the coon, well, those are only 3 meters. Oh God, I remember using 3 meters at the beginning of Pacific Northwest. I cried. No, I did. Close. Yeah. So for those kind of missions, I'm not going to quite do them just yet. So let me fold this up. Is there a cover for that? Unfold. I can honk. Wow, you can barely hear it. Let me get in the cab. Awesome horn. Yeah. Let's get out of this field before something weird happens. Ooh, there's a water tower here. Interesting. If I buy this field, do I get access to it? F1. Well, if anyone has happened to buy this field, I would assume you get access to this water tower if it's even a thing. I don't know. Well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drive back to, I was going to say the farmhouse, but we don't have a house. I'm going to drive back to our farm, speed up time, and I think I'll just see you in the morning, and we'll see what our crops are doing. Well, I'm not quite back to the farm. I know I said you'd see in the morning, but since it's our first night on FS19 for us, we got our work lights on, the tractor. We got our beacons going. Don't need them anymore because we're back home. But if we jump in cab, you can see that the dash lights up nicely. So if I turn the lights off, I guess they're always on. I guess I didn't notice that in this tractor. But we are back. Too bad we don't have lights in the shed because I would back this in. Well, I could back it in a second. But this is nighttime pretty much. You can see the clouds at 120 times speed. The clouds are just zipping along through. But yeah, I'll see you in the morning. Actually, it's not that dark for 11 o'clock at night. But yeah, see you in a bit. Okay, well, it is morning. We have a slight issue. I drove to the shop overnight. I left the speeds at 120 because I didn't want to do the work in the middle of the night. But we got our weeder in the back because our fields are full of weeds. So, yeah, it could be trouble on the farm because I don't believe this is going to work unless I use herbicide now, because I do believe we are past the first growth stage. Maybe not on the wheat field yet, but I know we are probably on the canola, so this is not going to work. So I would have to use herbicide on that field, but I'm trying to save the cash. I had to get the weeder eventually anyways. But man, those weeds just came up out of nowhere. And actually it looks like the canola field, because I left the speeds at 120, that may be ready for harvest. And it looks like our wheat field is actually at stage 2. So you can see weeds 100% not good. And our canola is ready, and so yeah, we're going to lose like 15% of our harvest because of the weeds, I do believe. If we go in here, where's the under information? Improving yield. Spread fertilizer, where remove bad weeds, otherwise minus 20%. Ouch! Owie, owie, owie. Okay, let me see some, because we do have crop destruction on. I just want to see at stage 2. Yes, I'm destroying crops. So really, if I wanted to kill the weeds, I would destroy crops. So I'm going to lose 20% of my yield, but if I go around trying to, I'm going to lose more than that anyways. Why did the weeds have to hit on the second stage? Alright, well, we'll learn how that works. I mean, I'm pretty sure if I put row crop tires on this, I don't know if I'll destroy crops at all, or am I just going to, obviously with smaller tires, I'll destroy less. Let me turn the lights off that. Turn that off there. Let's get out. Hop in the combine. Alright. Do I have to... Is there anything to unfold here? If I put it on the right. This combine has nothing to unfold, I suppose. Yes, I can go right into harvesting. Well, at least we'll start the day off by getting some crops. The yield's not going to be as well as it could be. But I think it was only 50% fertilized as well. I can imagine what the dust would be like sitting in front, that close to the header. Oh man, that's got to be wonderful. But what this will do is at least get us started on getting a big field going. Oh wow, this horsepower in this sucks. It took me forever to kind of stop and slow down and back up. But we bought this field with a canola in it, so we didn't seed it, we didn't fertilize it. It's too bad you can't weed it in stage 1, even though it says 0%. I wonder if you spray it before the weeds come, do the weeds still come or not? Things that we'll all have to find out together. Oh wow, this combine does not have any braking power whatsoever. But let me get to harvesting this field. And I think we'll do another time lapse. make sure I get this extra 126 liters into our trailer. Now I know I said before we're going to go ahead and just sell the crops off straight off as we get them, but now that since we do have a silo, you know, maybe we'll put it to use. We'll see what the prices are, if it's good and we need the cash. Plus we really don't have a full trailer either. So I'll have to see how it goes. I'll just have to see how my feeling is. But I'm really looking forward to the wheat so we can get some chickens. Let's go ahead and park this in here for now. And we're going to hop right into this guy already. I'm not hooked to that. Nope. Alright, so the first thing I want to do, because I am kind of curious, needs lime. Figures. Needs plowing. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is, other than get more confused than what we already are, let's come up here, kind of swing around here. F1. Okay, so I don't have to unfold the plow? No. Allow create fields. Alright. And V to lower the plow. That's not too bad. I mean, yes, it could be better. Get rid of that F1 HUD because it'll drive me nuts. So I'm going to go ahead and create this new field, if you will. And I'll bring it back shortly. Just a couple more passes with the plow. And a couple pieces I can see that are not quite changed. Make sure we get them all. The moment my plan is to hire someone to plow the field. I don't know when they'll actually stop. Will they get to where it doesn't need to be plowed? I have no idea. We'll definitely hire someone to plow while we'll grab the New Holland, we'll grab the spreader, we'll unload the artificial fertilizer that we got, and then we'll have to go get some lime. Bring that back here and we'll spread lime, because this field on the right needs lime. The field on the left doesn't, but we'll just do the whole field anyways. Let's make sure we get every little bit that we can, so it's a proper field. And I still missed it. That was brilliant. There we go. Now we have one field out of two. let's bring this guy up here. I'll have him start on this side because this is the side that needs lime. So when we come back, we'll be able to start spreading some lime. Oh, no, 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 no. Wait, wait, wait. Don't start yet. Limit the fields. Thank God maybe he didn't start because of that reason. Helper E has completed their task. So they won't plow the field that doesn't need plowing. This one needs plowing. Oh. It's going to be all weird because this one needs lime. That field doesn't. This needs plowing. That field doesn't. So basically, alright, so what I'm going to have to do is, I think I'll bring the worker down here now. And I'll have them plow this field that needs plowing. I'll plow the rest. I don't know if that resets it or not. Or does it only reset when it needs to be plowed? But in the meantime, alright, so in the meantime, I'm going to grab the new, I keep saying New Holland, I apologize for that. The Massey Ferguson. I'm so used to Pacific Northwest to saying New Holland, New Holland, New Holland, New Holland. Yeah, the Massey Ferguson. Yeah, that's not attached, so I can grab this. Back this up here. Let's just put question is, how many ICBs am I going to get here? Does it unload it all at once, or oh, it put it on the other side of the fence. That was cruel. That was cruel, man. Look, it's that's not gonna reach and fill, I bet. Tomorrow's problem. Okay. I thought I was gonna put it like right next to the fence, but it. Okay. Anyways, I gotta go to the store. I want to buy some lime and lime it up, I guess. I'll be with you shortly. I'm gonna go cry a bit. Finally, just about done plowing this field. I'm already thinking we need a bigger plow. it's gruesome. It's terrible. Oh, I hate small equipment. I mean, it's fine. It's nothing wrong, but at least now we got one big field. And our wheat field is ready as well. That's why I slowed down time to 1 times. Now I'm hoping this field up here did not need plowing, but I'm hoping that reset it, which we'll find out whenever. The field should all need plowing at once, but I don't know if it's going to recognize it as all one field because we created a field in between. One thing I did go back here, I turned plant withering off. I had to check because when I saw the wheat field was fully grown, I'm like, is this normal speed 1 day and it's fully grown? I mean, you have to forgive me. I'm used to playing with seasons and, well, depending on how many days you play in seasons. Yeah, so how do there's a way to tell. Not field status. Fruit types. Oh no, here we go. So we can see that's plowed. Plowed is almost the same color. Rooftop withers. Harvested. That's growth. So this is fertilized. I think that's once. Yeah, we know we got weeds here. So there's no weeds in here. It needs lime, as we know, but I'm going to lime the entire son of a gun. But nothing needs plowing here. But I'm hoping that it goes a full 3 times. Fruit types. So there we go. But right now, we're going to go ahead and park up the plow. I don't think I'm going to park it in the shed because it's kind of hard to back up this thing. I mean, it's not too difficult. It can be done. Actually, let me turn around and put it this way. That can go there. We are going to stop that. Actually, I probably should have... Yeah, because that's hooked up... Yeah, you know what? That's still hooked up to the spreader. I need to go empty this trailer. That's got canola in it. I almost said full of canola. That'd be great if it was full of canola. Come on, trigger. Just take a little bit of time for that to come up sometimes. Really, does that say 3,666? Alright. I do like the space for the loading zone is a lot bigger than I remember it being. But let me bring the trailer up here, which is not far, but we'll put it in here. You see me harvest one field, so I'm going to go ahead and harvest. I almost said the barley off cam. Oh, no, turn the engine off. Let me go grab the harvester. I can't believe the field's ready for harvesting. If it turns over this quick, I may have to slow the growth down a little bit later on because this is fast. This is too fast. I'm not used to crops turning this fast. And I'll be interested to see how fast the weeds come back in that field. Thank God I got my sunglasses on because with no tinted windshield, it's going to be kind of bright out here. Oh man, weeds. So we're going to lose 20%. It hurts this early in the stage, but you know, we're learning. At least I'm learning about what the weeds do. Those weeds just came up and I'm like, oh, I'll just... We'll oh, good. Oh, yeah, I was like, oh, yeah, I need to be doing straw swath. I almost forgot. I need to bale it, get some money. But, yeah, I was like, oh, we'll just do it in the morning. And I did not know the crops grew that fast. So, yeah, live and learn. So I'll have to see how the weeds come and go. But yeah, I'm going to get to harvesting this field. And I'll bring it back when we got some wheat. Because then we'll have some chickens. Because we don't have to give them water this week. Well, the good news is we got a good amount of wheat, I do believe. So we can buy some chickens. I think I'll just start with... I think we'll start with 25. Just see how much food 25 chickens require. Alright, that pipe does not quite go over the tractor. I knew that. I haven't had that happen in a long time because I haven't had to worry about it. First time in a long time. So while that's unloading, needs lime. Perfect. We got tons of lime. We did plow it. If you remember, there were sunflowers in the field when we bought it, and I don't have a header for sunflowers, so we plowed it. So we know it doesn't need to be plowed, but it just needs to have lime, which we got tons of. Did that say fertilized? I thought somewhere it said fertilized. Interesting. Yeah, so anyways, we got tons of lime. What we don't need anymore, as though I keep hitting the wrong button because my pipe out button was different on 17 than it is in 19. I got to get used to the original buttons. So I may end up changing the plant growth to slow because one day is going to be really quick. I'm not used to that. But right now what we're going to do is run times 1 speed. Let's go over here to the chickens. Right here. White, black, brown. So first off, we'll just start off with So it's $15 fee to transport them here when I can't go get them myself because there is no trailer that I know of. The other thing, if I click on that, just tell me. The other thing I noticed is they're not telling me. Yeah, I can see over here I've only bought in 3, but there's nowhere else. It tells me how many I bought so far. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1,500 would be 30. All right, so let's just buy. Buy 30 of those. And there's our chickens. So the question I have, if I go to this page now, I haven't sped up time yet, so nothing's registered. But we need to come over here. So hopefully I didn't just make a big mistake, but you know. We're all here to learn together. For some of you may already know. Let's head on over to the feed trough. Alright, so we got 5,500 liters. Okay, so they took 1,500. Now the question is it 6 days? Does anyone know if it's still 6 days? The one thing I'm curious about is I don't have a rooster yet, so I'm trying to figure out. I don't have to come over here. Productivity 10%. Cleanliness. I'm gonna have to get a bucket for the front loader. I think what I'll do in the meantime is while we're waiting for that, I'll put it up to ×5. I gotta go get the baler because we got bales to collect. But also, make sure I disconnect the right one. The other thing that we're going to need, if I go to baling technology, I'm going to come down here and we're going to grab this trailer here. Not the auto loader because the auto loader is 70 grand. And it does hold 16 bales. This won't tell you how many bales it holds because it can hold a whole bunch of different weird stuff. Narrow tires, standard tires, wide tires. Folding mechanism, loading left, loading right, loading left, loading right. I have no idea. It came loading left, so that's what we'll do. Buy that. More money out the door. But you know that saying, you gotta spend money to make money? I'm doing that, and I'm good at it. So I'm going to go to the store, get the baler. We'll come back, check on the chickens, and see if they have a reproduction. If not, then we'll buy a rooster and see what the time is for one rooster. Then if it shows that, well, I don't care what time it shows, we'll buy a rooster, see what the time is, and I'll buy a second rooster and see if that doubles the reproduction rate. But let me go get the baler first of all, and we'll come back and we'll check on the chickens. Hello ladies, how are we doing? So you don't need a rooster for reproduction rate. So I get one every 8 hours. Cleanliness is good right now. Right now I'm just going to stick with 30 chickens. We're get one once in a while. I'm sorry, but I have to because it's a rule. We'll get 2. Confirm. So it was every 8 hours with the chickens we had. It'd be interesting to see if they reproduce. I have no idea. So I see. So wait a minute. What's going? Okay, so by getting different chickens, their reproduction rates will be different in a way, if you know what I'm saying. So in a way, can I get more roosters? That we'll have to find out. But right now, I'm going to go put this in the silo. And we'll hook up the baler to this. You don't think that's a big baler, but then when I had the Massey Ferguson pulling it, the baler's bigger than the tractor. Oh, that's funny. Not the first time I've seen that, but every time you do see it, it does make me laugh anyways. But I think in the big field here, well, big field, the new field here, we're going to plant canola once again. Just so I have enough to fill the trailer at some point and go deliver it somewhere. Make it worth my while. Now there is great demands still. I haven't seen one yet, but I have seen it on some of the early access YouTubers that had it, that there was a great demand. Unfold that. Put that down. And start her up. Okay, the one thing they said that you could see now is the PTO shaft is going to vibrate when it runs. It's the small things like that. Oh yeah, you can see it shaking pretty good. It's the little things like that that help make the game a little bit at a time, make it more realistic. I mean, it's a game after all, but I did not bring the baling trailer back just because I didn't have the room for it. But the good news is we'll be able to sell some bales, get some money back. Little by little, we'll pay off these things. It's stuff that we're going to need. But the straw bales we won't need for a while because I don't plan on having cows, horses, or pigs for a while. Just because we don't really have a place to put them. Because you think, well, the pen only costs this much, but then when you start taking into consideration the landscaping that it takes to do so, it costs a lot. I still got to get a bale spike for the Massey Ferguson. Oh yeah, and a shovel for it so we can keep the chickens clean, because that is a thing still. Hey, we got a bale. Not quite enough to complete another bale. That's fine. It doesn't disappear on us. That stuff will still be in there. Alright, so the next thing I need to do, I need to go get the baling trailer, a bale spike, so I'll bring down the Massey Ferguson with us. Yeah, I keep saying, I'm starting to say Massey Ferguson now, not New Holland. So, yeah, I'll bring that down with us so we can pick up the bale spike and the trailer. And, yeah, I'm going to start working on that so we can get these fields replanted at some point. So I'll see you in a bit. Alright, unfold baling trailer. Okay, so yes, okay. I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and turn it around. Be the smart thing to do. I noticed when I picked up the trailer and started hauling, I'm like, oh no, it's an articulated trailer. We're all in trouble. Where are you going? Really? So that's a thing still. Yeah, and I think if I reset the trailer, I don't know if the bales will be taken out of it or not. Oh, no. Where's the front of that? There is no way. Let me go cry some more, and I'll be back in a second here. See if I can muscle this thing around. I do believe it's possessed. I want to try leaving it there. I can probably hitch up to that if it doesn't move. While we're here, roosters, productivity 100%. No eggs. Every 6.5 hours. We'll leave that be for a while. Let's see how bad I am at stacking bales in 19. See if it's just as bad as 17 and 15 and 13. 2 more bales to go. As long as I don't drop one like that. Okay. Let me flip that one back over. Really? There we go. Since he doesn't want to go just yet, we'll grab his twin brother over here. I think when I get the workshop going, I'm going to take this bale spike and paint it red. Because for some reason black is, for me, I can see it, but I think if I painted it red, it'd be a little bit more prominent and I could see it. I might as well paint it red because I did not, like I said, I did not do this on purpose, but all of our equipment has pretty much got mostly red on it. So, yeah. So my stacking hasn't gone too bad. The trailer is a little possessed. As you can see, the dolly section is now spinning again. I did not want the dolly to be parked here, but I don't want to move it because I think I can still hook up to it where it is. Now I'm not going to go ahead and sell these bales just yet. I'm going to try to make my trips count. Because by the looks of it, I'm going to put wheat back in this field again to stockpile food for the chickens. And it looks like by the amount of bales we got, I can stick another load in here no problem. I'm sure it's supposed to be 4 deep, 4 long. I'm not sure if I can fit that in there, but I'm guessing it can also go 4 high. So as for square bales, I'm guessing this could hold 32 if it's done well, which I don't do. Now who knows what's going to happen when I hook up the tractor to this. This could go horribly wrong because it was spinning out of control on its own, so who knows what's going to happen when I hook up to it. We may go flying. I probably should close it first before trying to move it. That would be a good idea. I'm trying to see what it's going to do, but it looks like they all kind of sat in there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Did I make 10 bales? What page is that going to be? Created bales, 10. Yep, okay, so we're all good. I did grab them all. They're all in there. We're just going to park this out of the way for now. We'll hop in our case. I think I hit it twice. I did. Start her up. Oh, we can see weeds growing in the fields already. Already weeds. Why weeds? Why? Alright, gotta get used to the accelerator and brake pedal in this game. I think it'd be almost the same, but no, it's a little bit, it's the same, but it's different. Now, does it spread the lime as far as it spreads the artificial fertilizer is the question. No, it does not. Well, it's starting to look like my yard outside. That's for sure. Lime is rather cheap as well. So I'm not going to be too concerned about overlapping just a little bit right here. Just to try to get some straight lines. But there is definitely a different texture in Farming Simulator right there. We're not used to seeing that. But I definitely got tons of lime. At least I think I did. But actually, if you look at it, it's going through it pretty darn quick. Not like the artificial fertilizer. Like I said, I'm going to put canola back into this field. Just so when I harvest it again, hopefully we can get a full trailer. That way we make our trip worthwhile. You know, you turn it off, it does take a second to turn off. And I'll come over here and spread some more lime in this field as well. It's a small field, so it's going to take about 3 passes. So I am glad I got the spreading disc like I did. I'm out of lime. Holy smokes. I thought I bought a lot of lime and I didn't buy enough. What I'm going to do is we're going to grab the Massey Ferguson, detach. It's getting late in the evening. After I what is that thing doing now? Okay, it's actually staying there. No one say a word. So I am going to hook up. You know what I'm going to do actually? Let's take this front loader off for now, because I'm going to have this on a worker, and I don't want the front loader causing problems. Right, let's back all the way up. We'll put a worker on canola for this field while we go and fill up more lime. Come on. Really? Here we go. That is wheat, barley, oats. I gotta remember that. That should be canola. Should be. Alright, so when I come over like this section right here, Alright, this part of the field did not need lime, I don't think. That need plowing. This need up here needed lime. If I go to this bare spot right here, see it says it needs lime. If I go over here, it goes away. So it's very particular. Just don't go up, walk up to your field and walk in one corner, because it might be a corner you did. You could be to stay in the 1% of your field that does not need to be weeded, but the rest does. So just be careful of that. I'm going to call this good for now. You go ahead and go to town on that worker. I am going to hop in the case, go back to the store, buy some more lime. I'm going to finish liming this field. And I do believe when it seeds it, it's going to get rid of the weeds again. So I shouldn't have to worry about that. I don't know why I'm coming down here to check on the chickens, because I can do it right here from this page here. Productivity on the roosters is 99%. I don't know what that really means. Same here, 99%. Probably because they're starting to get a little food. I did buy a shovel, a scoop, but the New Holland, I did it again. The Massey Ferguson's busy seeding. But I'm going to go to the store, fill up with lime, finish doing this so I can get the Massey Ferguson to seed some wheat in this field. So we can do some harvesting again tomorrow. And, yeah, in between episodes, I'm probably going to do some contracting work. Maybe some big jobs so that I can get some good amount of cash. Because I do want to buy that field over there, which might be... It's still potatoes, it says. Okay. What state is it in? It says remove top. So I'm going to wait for someone to take care of that field. We'll see what they plant next, and we may be end up buying it next episode. But that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you next time in Ravenport on Farming Simulator 19. But until then, have a good one.